If you're gonna give someone flowers, you should probably do it before they wither and die.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're counting down our picks as to why Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is looking like it might be the best of 2025's gaming scene.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Inspirations.
You're only going to make things worse for everyone.
No. She chose to come. I didn't make the rules between you two.
Before we dive into the richness of the game itself, we have to pay respect to the games that allowed Expedition 33 to reach its stunning heights. First and foremost, you have the likes of the older Final Fantasies, as well as the cult hit Lost Odyssey, whose influences can be felt throughout both the story and framework, with the turn-based combat, lovable characters, and a story that expands in scope with every passing stage. Then you've got Persona 5 with its stylish interface, and even Souls-like games with its challenge and brief windows to counter. And that's not even touching on how beloved French literature like Le Horde du Contrevent helped inspire aspects of the narrative. It's fair to say that the developers all have exquisite taste.
This doesn't make sense. Who would have written this?
Defying the industry standard.
And yes, it's in this magnificent, manor-like building that the teams at Centef Interactive are putting the finishing touches to Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
For as far as the industry has come in terms of technology, it's also been bogged down with plenty of controversies. From gross microtransactions, abuse of workers, and every other kind of corporate greed you can think of. It's gotten to the point where players have come to expect new releases to be plagued with issues. Not Expedition 33. Not only does it play like a dream, but it tells a complete story, was made by an indie-sized team who delivered a AAA product, and is half the price of every other big release. Not only is this a testament to the integrity of the developers, but it comfortably joins recent masterpieces such as Baldur's Gate 3 in shining a light on the medium, reflecting that true quality doesn't require a fleet of workers and a price tag reaching well into the hundreds. Unapologetically French.
Leurs souvenirs. Leurs rêves. L'amour qu'ils se vouent les uns aux autres.
The world may like to lovingly mock our brothers and sisters overseas, but if there's one thing that the French do exceptionally well, it's create art, and Expedition 33 is no exception. It's clear Samfall Interactive are proud of their roots, as they've woven French culture into multiple aspects of the game. From the colourful use of French curse words, iconography such as the Eiffel Tower, all the way to having baguettes and mimes show up. France is baked into the bones of this game, and it's all the better for it. The Squad.
Legacy can take many forms, right?
Yeah,
You told me that.
right.
Not enough good things can be said about this game's phenomenal script, and that extends to its core cast of characters, who you quickly come to realise have unfathomable depth to them. How much you interact with the likes of Gustave, Maelle and the rest is down to you, but thanks to some truly brilliant characterization, every interaction adds another level of detail. Not only do we get to learn more about them as people and as expeditioners, not only does it further enrich the world building, but getting to know your team better also leads to unexpected quests, skills and rewards. Crafting just one likable, flawed and intriguing character is often a tall order for any RPG. But to knock it out of the park with everyone? That is damn impressive. Special mention to the actors as well, because the performances all around are truly stellar. Depth of customization. One of Expedition 33's biggest surprises, aside from being genuinely incredible, was just how rich and flexible it was when it came to builds. As you journey throughout the game, you'll uncover pictos, upgrades that range from boosting specific stats all the way to allowing you to attack several times in a row, come back from the dead, and pile on damage in the millions. Best of all, after using a picto for a short amount of time, it can be used freely by the rest of the squad so long as you have enough Lumina points. Meaning you don't have to make sacrifices when it comes to building up one character over another. The freedom of choice on offer here is beyond refreshing. Genre-defying combat.
Watch out!
You're right.
This was the main selling point that drew most of us in. A turn-based RPG that allowed you to parry and dodge like you were playing Elden Ring. And yes, it's as demanding as you'd expect, with one hell of a payoff if you're able to read an enemy's tells. But that's just the start. You've also got free aim, which lets you go full-on third-person shooter to try and snipe a potential weak point. But wait, we're not done. Every party member has a combat system unique to them. From Verso's perfection ranking, Maelle's stances, Lune's elemental stains, all the way to Minoko's foot collection. There are countless ways to decimate your enemies, and all are a blast to implement.
Protocol also states, never move solo. I'll let you choose which protocol to break.
Cinematic bosses.
How many times must you hurt our family?
No, you don't get to lecture me on family.
The design and assortment of enemies you'll encounter on the continent cannot be understated. While certain ones fit into typical archetypes, the creativity on display as far as appearances and combat go is amazing. From lowly knights all the way to contortionists straight out of an abstract fever dream, every one of them stands out. And then you get to the bosses. The phrase absolute cinema gets thrown around way too much these days. But when you take on towering entities like Celine or the reality-ripping Paintress, few phrases give it adequate justice. Just when you thought you'd seen everything a boss has to offer, along comes another crazy integrated cutscene to trigger a new phase.
Looks like you met Clair. I'll lay you to rest, my friend.
Stunning visuals.
Feels like home.
Yeah. Feels like home.
Given how so much of the world and aesthetics are tied to paintings, you'd hope the general look of the game would at least be pleasant to look at. Needless to say, Expedition 33 is utterly gorgeous to behold. Once again, variety is the spice of life, and that certainly holds true when it comes to the general design. As the developer put it, Expedition 33, from an artistic perspective, is a combination of early 20th century French paintings mixed with high fantasy. Landscapes are bursting with colour, a medley of organic, otherworldly and horrifying vistas, all the while enemies take inspiration from different art forms such as sculptures, further emphasising how playing this game feels like stepping into a living canvas. World building on another level.
Okay, Professor.
As stated earlier, the writing here is exceptional across the board. From the intimate moments shared between characters, romantic or otherwise, to the pitch-perfect pacing as the grander narrative makes itself known, there's not a dry moment to be found here. Shocking twists, integral scenes of development, exposition, hilarious banter. Each is sprinkled in at just the right moment. It keeps its truth close to the chest, baiting you along before delivering another knockout revelation. Pair that with the beauty of its locales, and despite the voraciousness of its monstrous inhabitants, Expedition 33 will have you so enraptured, you'll never want to leave.
Let me show you something.
Stunning soundtrack. An okay video game OST fades into the background. A good video game OST easily stands out. But a great video game OST? That can elevate something amazing and push it towards god tier territory. And that's exactly what Lorien Testard accomplished here.
Let's push forward.
Bigger doesn't always mean better, but to have over 150 unique songs that hit so differently, that's something special. From the mournful lost voice all the way to the absolute powerhouse that is Unforgettable, the entire compilation is an instant classic in the making. Without these magnificent tracks, Expedition 33's most palpable moments wouldn't have hit nearly as hard. What's your favourite part about Expedition 33, and do you think it will take away the prize for Game of the Year? Let us know in the comments.